I really have so much fun making bracelets, and I know that it's also for a great cause too.
Right now, a local little girl with type 1 diabetes is using her entrepreneurial skills to raise money and awareness about the condition, how you can support her business. Plus, former President Trump and his associates ordered to pay up in his New York civil fraud case. Just how much they owe. It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10. Tonight, we meet an inspiring young girl making a big difference for others who suffer from the same condition as she does, type 1 diabetes. She's using that diagnosis to get in touch with her creative side. Armand Rahman sat down with the resilient artist to see how she is crafting a brighter world. Armand?
Eric, type 1 diabetes is a lifelong disease that has no cure. For 10-year-olds like Elena Franek, it's kept her from doing a lot of the things her friends without the disease can. But she's taken the struggle and done far more than many other 10-year-olds, raising money and spreading joy.
I have this humongous mix over here. It has millions and millions of things in it.
Elena Franek isn't just doing arts and crafts.
Beads fly everywhere all the time. I'm like the one queen of doing that.
As much as she loves doing it, this is actually her business. Beaded by Elena Designs on Etsy.
Grab a J, a D, a R, and an F for JDRF.
JDRF stands for Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. Elena was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes when she was 2 years old.
It's been really tough for me.
She'll be speaking at the JDRF Madison Gala Saturday night, urging people to donate. But her mom says she wanted to talk the talk and walk the walk.
I'm asking people to give money for something that I care about. I have diabetes, but I feel like I should be giving money there too.
Elena has made over 100 bracelets. She either ships them for free or hand delivers them to her customers.
Open the top.
Oh. It started with fundraising to find a cure for diabetes, but she's not stopping there.
Her grandma recently died of cancer, and that was the first place she thought of was St. Jude, giving back to them.
Elena plans to keep making and selling beads, donating all the money to local animal shelters and foster homes.
First of all, probably pride. Second of all, oh no, we have a lot more work on our hands.
It's important for me to help these places because I know that some people or kids don't have what some of us have.
A lot of motivation and empowerment from a 10-year-old who's already gone through so much.
There have definitely been years in her life or times in her life, but she's been so proud of herself, and other times where she has just wished more than nothing else that she could be a kid without type 1.
But with these bracelets, Elena is becoming even more.
Beauty, laugh, kind.
Raising spirits bead by bead to help beat her disease and others.
I'm doing this so kids can learn that they can do anything they think of.
And we made a QR code for you to scan to support Elena's business, so get your phones ready if you'd like to help her out. You can scan this code with your phone's camera and be taken directly to Elena's Etsy page. You can also donate straight to JDRF in Elena's name at jdrf.org.
Bright young lady. Armand, thank you. If you have any weekend plans, make sure you bundle up, especially tomorrow. Weather will be dry, but temperatures taking a dip tonight on into your Saturday. Meteorologist Alex Harrington now with what you should know in the First Warn forecast.
Yeah, Eric, taking a dip for sure. These are temperatures we just have not experienced for a while, so it's going to feel extra cold, relatively speaking. We got 13 in Madison right now already, 14 in Middleton, 16 in Verona. That seems to be the warm one. Well, Edgerton, you're at 18 degrees if we want to call 18 degrees warm. Looking at the rest of southern Wisconsin here, it's cooler to the north and to the west. Look at that. Single digits in Camp Douglas right now at 9, 18 in Janesville, 15 in Monroe, and our temperatures are going to keep tumbling tonight. This is what it feels like. This is the most important number. It feels like -2 right now in Madison, -5 in Camp Douglas, and 1 in Janesville. That's the feels like factor to your body. Rest of the night tonight, we're going to wake up to temperatures 10, 12 degrees. It isn't going to feel like 10 or 12 degrees. We'll round out our day with high temperatures around 31 degrees, and that's normal for this time of year. And then the temperatures are really going to soar. So it's winter for a day. Just how warm we go after that, that's coming up.
Alex, thank you. Brand new tonight, a man who authorities say shot and killed a bartender and her husband inside a downtown Elkhorn sports bar earlier this month has been charged in their murders. 57-year-old Thomas Root Jr. has charges stemming from multiple crimes, including 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide. Prosecutors say he shot and killed Gina and Emerson Weingart inside the Sports Page bar early on February 1st. Root was arrested days later. He told police he had planned to rob the bar and stole more than $100 of cash after the shooting. He's in the Walworth County Jail tonight with a cash bond set at $2 million. An early morning fire off I-90 between Albion and Edgerton completely destroyed a business. Vico Plastics is considered a total loss tonight. Fire investigators are working to learn what caused it, but firefighters weren't working in favorable conditions this morning. The building was metal, which the Lakeside Fire Rescue Chief said made it feel like a pressure cooker with the intense heat. The owner of the company says they were in production during the day yesterday, so it's possible an equipment issue could have sparked those flames. Another visit to Wisconsin by the Biden administration. First Lady Dr. Jill Biden greeted in Green Bay this afternoon. She visited the Rail Yard Innovation District, where she discussed education and touted the benefits of the Biden administration's policies for students across the country. The First Lady spoke about programs the Biden administration has implemented, all owing high schoolers to gain real-world job experience before making a career decision and investing in higher education.
It looks like classrooms that aren't only traditional spaces with desks, but that are kitchens where students can learn culinary skills, greenhouses where students learn how to grow vegetables and plants, metal shops and fabrication labs.
This was the First Lady's second trip to Green Bay in just the past 4 months. A legislative push is being made to fix some of Wisconsin's lenient drunk driving laws. One bill would require all drivers convicted of an alcohol-related OWI to have an ignition interlock device installed on their vehicle, also known as an IID. These devices check your blood alcohol content. All you do is blow into them. Once you pass, the vehicle will start. Right now in Wisconsin, they're put in cars owned by drivers who've been convicted of 2 OWIs with blood alcohol concentration levels of 0.15 or higher, but some lawmakers want 1 conviction for the IID to become a required law.
It's only a matter of time when you're out on the road before this is going to affect you or somebody that you love, and this is entirely preventable.
According to lawmakers, in 2022, about 1/3 of all traffic-related deaths in the state were due to impaired driving. Turning now to national news, a live look from New York City tonight, where earlier today a judge ordered former President Donald Trump, his adult sons, business associates, and company to pay hundreds of millions of dollars in damages in his New York civil fraud case. In total, it's nearly $355 million in penalties. Trump also is banned from serving as an officer or director of any New York corporation or other legal entity in the state for a period of 3 years. Eric and Donald Trump Jr. also barred for 2 years. The former president's attorney said he plans to appeal the decision. New York Attorney General Letitia James said Trump, his adult sons, and his company defrauded banks and insurance companies by inflating the value of Trump's assets. Well, there are reports out of Russia tonight that opposition leader Alexei Navalny has died in prison. Navalny was an outspoken Kremlin critic who orchestrated some of the largest anti-government protests seen in recent years. In August, he was sentenced to 19 years in prison after being found guilty of creating an extremist community, financing extremist activists, and various other crimes. His supporters claim the incarceration was politically motivated. Alexei Navalny was 47 years old, and President Biden says he is outraged following those reports of Navalny's death, but the commander-in-chief says he's also not surprised, saying it's evidence of the tyranny of Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Make no mistake, Putin is responsible for Navalny's death. Putin is responsible. What has happened to Navalny is yet more proof of Putin's brutality.
Navalny's reported death comes after he was poisoned during an assassination attempt back in 2020, nearly dying at that time. Well, speaking of President Biden, he made his first visit to East Palestine, Ohio today, the site of last year's Norfolk Southern train derailment that sent toxins into soil, air, and water. President Biden called the February 3rd, 2023 crash as an act of cruelty that was 100% preventable. He also said his administration has pushed railroad companies to take more precautions when transporting toxic chemicals. However, not everyone was happy to see the president today. One protester said his visit is simply too late.
Where were you a little over a year ago? You've done nothing for us as far as I'm concerned. So what do you think you're going to do now? You're going to change anything? It's not going to change it.
Well, no one was killed in the derailment. It created a plume of toxic smoke that could be seen from space and caused panic over the quality of the town's drinking water. More than 1 million pounds of toxins were released as a result of the derailment and its aftermath. New information tonight into the deadly shooting at the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl parade and rally. 2 teenagers have been charged in connection. Missouri court officials say the teens face gun and resisting arrest charges, and more charges are likely coming. Police say Wednesday's shooting stemmed from a dispute between several people and sent panicked fans running and scrambling to take cover. 1 woman died, more than 20 people were injured, many of them children. Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes and his wife Brittany spreading smiles in the hospital, visiting some of those children who were victims. They spent time with a pair of sisters who were shot in the legs. The girls have gone through surgery and will be wearing casts for the next few months. Earlier today, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Hunt Family Foundation, and the NFL announced they are donating $200,000 to KC Strong. That's an emergency fund for the victims. And the family of Lisa Lopez Galvan, the woman killed in Wednesday's shooting, is getting some major help with laying her to rest. Taylor Swift donating $100,000 to the family. Swift made the donation on the family's GoFundMe site with a note that said, quote, "Sending my deepest sympathies and condolences in the wake of your devastating loss. With love, Taylor Swift." The pop culture icon was spotted in the stands, of course, during the regular season and playoff games for the Chiefs, and her boyfriend, Travis Kelce. She's made numerous philanthropic donations over the years, including $1 million for tornado relief efforts in her native Nashville 4 years ago. More local stories straight ahead at 10. You might think of rock and roll concerts at night, but not for 3 bands this weekend in Madison, where you can listen to live music over the weekend without worrying about the time you'll be able to get back home. Stay with us.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Winner of the Best Evening Newscast by the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association.
Everyone deserves a fulfilling job, but for people with disabilities, the barriers can be overwhelming. It's time to open the door to new possibilities. People with disabilities are getting the education, skills, and training needed to thrive in a wide variety of industries. And they're ready for an opportunity, a job, a career. Thinkability Wisconsin. All you have to do is start with yes. Join the movement at thinkabilitywi.org.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you quality name brand workwear and footwear because we get you. From the farm to the job site to your own backyard, we have great deals on your favorite rugged styles for spring. Right now, earn $50 in Carhartt bucks when you spend $200 on Carhartt gear, $100 off these men's cat work boots. And while you're in for workwear, save on 5 gallons of Blaine's diesel oil, $64.99. Rewards members save an extra $5. We get you what you need because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
News 3 Now and Vortex presents Spirit of Service, honoring those who've made a real difference in our community.
Do you know a veteran whose actions have been a positive force in the area? If so, nominate them for the Spirit of Service Award.
Log on to channel3000.com, nominate a veteran, and tell us why they're a pillar in our community. A winner will be selected on March 11th.
Help us celebrate our hometown heroes.
The Spirit of Service Award, presented by Vortex.
At the Century House, take 10% off our extensive collection of stressless recliners and sofas, or get $400 off stressless Max and Mike recliners in luxurious Paloma leather, or classic power base recliners in any cover. Plus, get 10% off the new Stressless Sky customizable luxury mattress. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
This is Ford Truck Month with amazing offers across an amazing lineup of Ford trucks. Make way for the event that only comes around once a year, featuring the new 2024 Ford F-150 and Super Duty, the North American Truck of the Year. Get ready and get to Ford Truck Month. Now get a built Ford Tough F-150 with 1.9% APR for 72 months. See your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show. Wait till you hear what Will.i.am is up to.
I graduate this year from Harvard.
Then HGTV Week begins with 100-Day Dream Homes, Brian and Mika Kleinschmidt.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
Topping tonight's Health Watch, the FDA has approved a new medication to help lessen the severity of food allergies. It's called Xolair, and here's how it works. Patients take an injection of it every 2 to 4 weeks. Then, if they accidentally ingest something they are allergic to, the reaction will be milder. Xolair is not meant for the emergency treatment of allergic reactions. The drug was originally invented to treat asthma allergies. Here in Wisconsin, Fridays and fried fish, they just go together. So much so that Governor Evers issued a proclamation declaring today, February 16th, as Friday Fish Fry Day throughout Wisconsin. His proclamation notes the long history of Friday fish fries in Wisconsin, dating back to the large population of Catholic immigrants who settled here in the 1800s and needed a meat alternative for Fridays for Lent. If you love live music but prefer getting home at a reasonable hour, a new matinee music series in Madison might just be for you. Max Inc. radio founder Rocker says he had an overwhelming response to hosting rock shows at an earlier showtime. On Sunday afternoon, local bands, the German Art Students, the Apologists, and El Donk will play a show at the High Noon Saloon on East Wash, part of the Max Inc. Matinee Concert Series. And while you might think of rock and roll shows happening at night, these bands say their fans actually prefer a daytime performance.
I asked bands, a whole bunch of them, I said, is your crowd more likely to come see you at 9 p.m. on Saturday or 2 p.m. on Sunday? And everybody just coming back over and over and over saying Sunday afternoon.
The show is put on by Civic Media and Mad Radio 92.7 FM. Doors open at noon on Sunday at the High Noon Saloon, with the show starting about 1 p.m., expected to last until 4 p.m. General admission tickets are being sold online for $10, and we've included a link if you'd like to attend at channel3000.com. New license plate stickers will soon be sent to you if you drive an electric or hybrid vehicle. A state law passed last year requires all hybrids and EVs to have license plate stickers. It's a safety precaution for first responders. And this way, when they approach a crash scene, they can tell if the vehicle is electric or a traditional gas engine, which might change the equipment they need to use. If you already own a hybrid or EV, those stickers will be mailed to you by June. The DOT says the sticker should be placed in the upper right corner of each standard-sized license plate. Well, looking ahead to next week, if you commute through downtown Madison, listen up. There are several street closures you should know about. Bus rapid transit station work on State Street between West Gorham and West Dayton will start Monday, and it'll close that stretch of road. However, a westbound lane for deliveries will still be accessible. Construction for both stations is expected to finish by late April. Also on Monday, southbound traffic on North Lake Street, it'll be closed between State Street and University Avenue as crews install communication poles and some overhead lines there. That closure expected to be in place through the end of the month. A longtime bus driver in Hillsboro got to enjoy his very first day of retirement today after calling it a career last night. 88-year-old Don Obert has spent 53 years driving a bus for Hillsboro schools. That's more than 9,000 days of bringing kids to and from school. Don offered to start driving kids when there was a shortage of bus drivers in the area, and that was back in 1971, and he never looked back.
And Don was always the rock in Hillsboro. He was there every morning, every night. Can't say enough great things about Don. He's going to be truly missed.
Well, Don was hesitant about leaving, but he's excited to spend his retirement relaxing on his farm. Meteorologist Alex Harrington returns now, and he rejoins us now. Look at his first warn forecast. Kind of chilly out there, Alex.
Yeah, definitely chilly out there, Eric. We're not used to this chilly weather, and yesterday I was saying, well, it'll be a two-day winter forecast, and, well, we march a day forward, so it's a one-day winter forecast. And that's for Saturday. Highs right around 30. That's normal for this time of year. We're going to start off the day with below zero wind chills, so that might be a shock to the system. We're not used to this, but then we warm right back up. So winter's going to go adios again. As we plan the rest of the night tonight, starting off right around 10 on your Saturday. Again, highs upper 20s right around 30 degrees. But there's going to be a gusty breeze on your Saturday. I'll explain more about the wind and the wind chill and how it also gets us to warmer temperatures in just a moment. We've got 13 here in Madison, 14 in Middleton, 15 in Oregon, and 14 our friends tuning in McFarland. Out to the north and west, out towards Camp Douglas, we're already in the single digits. Otherwise, lower teens out there. That's about where we should be for this time of year, teens to near 20 degrees. Marching forward here, 6 o'clock in the morning, a stiff breeze out of the west with temperatures around 10. It isn't going to feel like 10 degrees. I'll show you the wind chills in a moment. The winds ramp up and they roar a bit more as we head towards noon. Temperatures in the lower 20s. It's not going to feel like the lower 20s. It's going to feel colder than that. Then the winds really kick in as we go. As you see these lines here moving faster and faster, 30 degrees by the time we get to 4 o'clock. Again, it's not going to feel like that. Here's what it will feel like as you start your 6 o'clock morning hour on your Saturday. -5, minus single digits. So we'll be between about -5 and about 5 degrees, and that's a cold start. Again, we're not used to this at all. Let's track the winds here. Look at this. By the time we get to 6 o'clock, we go from winds around 20 miles per hour in the morning, gusting to near 30, if not 40 miles per hour by the time we get into your Saturday evening. And they stay strong Saturday night. Look at this, starting Sunday morning, gusty winds at around 30 miles per hour. Then they ease as we go into Sunday. But you need the wind to go from one temperature extreme to the other temperature extreme. So look at this. Winter for a day on Saturday. The gusty winds help to get us to near 40 again by Sunday. Then we go up to 52 on Monday. Roller coaster. We're not going to dip too low here. That roller coaster is going to go right back up to around 50 degrees by the time we get to the end of the 10-day forecast, with these temperatures again averaging very much above normal. Fast forwarding the first warn alert here on temperatures, not really alert, but a first warn on the temperatures as we go into early March. Strong likelihood for much of the country seeing very much above normal temperatures, so no sign of winter anytime soon for about the eastern 2/3 of the United States. Again, 52, that's where we'll peak next Wednesday, and then by the time we get to Monday in the following week, we start off that work week with temperatures near 50 degrees. Again, no sign of winter. We got winter for one day, and that's tomorrow. Then it's spring-like after that.
And coming up in sports, the rivalry renewed on the ice, how Wisconsin got the job done for their 14th straight win. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $40 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 25-cent fuel saver for every $40. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Get a great deal and do a great deal of good when you shop at Habitat Restore. From furniture and decor to appliances and building materials, we've got everything you need for your next project. Shop our convenient East and West locations today.
Race to savings at Menards. Mastercraft makes great doors inside and out, building the highest quality doors at the best price. Design your door your way with our easy step-by-step design program. Or choose from our great in-stock selection, ready to take home today. Lock in great savings with our huge selection of Schlage door locks. Menards carries over 200 options of Schlage locks across several finishes and styles. Get this Seville hall and closet lever for $19.99.
Race to savings now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
This is how it feels to do more with less asthma, thanks to Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Imagine that. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your doctor about Dupixent, the most prescribed biologic for asthma.
Discover new opportunities together in a new Chevy. Meet up in an award-winning Equinox. Lend a hand in the Silverado with up to 14 available camera views. Or mix it up in the Trax with an 11-inch diagonal display screen. Find the Chevy that's right for you. Get 2.9% financing on all Silverado 1500 models. Or get $5,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
The Bulls Bands and Barrels Tour returns to the Alliant Energy Center on Saturday, February 24th, 7 p.m. Featuring bull riding, barrel racing, freestyle bullfighting with a live performance by Ian Munson. Bulls Bands and Barrels, Saturday, February 24th, 7 p.m. Alliant Energy Center.
Earn a 25-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $40 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 25-cent fuel saver for every $40. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Wisconsin skated into round 2 against Minnesota on a roll. Winners of 13 straight, with that last loss coming on December 8th to their border battle rival. And you better believe that was in the back of the Badgers' minds over these past 10 weeks. Plain and simple, these two teams do not like each other. Second period, Wisconsin down 1-0, not for long. Kelly Gorbatenko dishes it to Laney Potter, and the lamp is lit. The equalizer is Potter's 4th of the year. Then a few minutes later, the Badgers were on the attack again. This time, Shayla Edwards fires one in, and Marianne Picard deflects it into the back of the net. Wisconsin wins a wild one in overtime, 4-3, the final. The Badger men also in action. Wisconsin taking on Ohio State. Jump to the third period. This one tied at 1. Ben Dexheimer leading the 2-on-1, and he cashes in with a snipe to put Bucky up 2-1 with 3 minutes left in the game. But OSU would tie it up, send it to overtime, and win it on a breakaway. Wisconsin falls to the worst team in the Big Ten, 3-2 in overtime. Wisconsin wrestling looking for a border battle win of their own against Minnesota. Dean Hamady doing what he does. The two-time All-American gets his man in a cradle, but he couldn't get the fall. Hamady would win by tech fall. Wisconsin, though, would fall 28-12. John Blackwell was back at practice on Thursday for the first time in nearly 2 weeks. And after missing the last 2 games, the freshman guard says he'll be good to go on Saturday, and that's good news for Wisconsin's bench. He's averaging just under 8 points per game. But this missing the game thing, well, that's something new for Blackwell.
It's crazy. I've never missed a game in my high school career or my even in my AAU days with the injury. So, like, it was like, wow, maybe you really do got to take care of your body. So, like, it's been a little different. So I'm pretty sure, like 90% sure I'm playing Saturday.
To the pool, Division II boys state meet at Waukesha South, and this was all McFarland. Blake TeBeast would take home the crown in the 200-yard IM, and the brothers TeBeast were on a whole nother level tonight. Blake, Cale, and Shane combined to win 10 events, including a couple relays. The Spartans, as a team, won 3 of them. Here's the 200-yard freestyle, as McFarland takes home their 7th state team title, first since 2012. We're back after this.
A rookie stunt driver.
Again.
Will prove he's got what it takes in this year's most exciting Nissan sales event.
Get a low $330 per month lease on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Act fast. These President's Day offers end soon.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. Trust your home with RG Heating and AC.
Don't delay. The Brothers Maine President's Day sale is happening now. Save store-wide on top brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Maytag, and Amana. We have the area's largest selection and lowest prices guaranteed. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
There's no telling what's in store with Wisconsin Lottery scratch games. It's paradise. In this $5 game, if the total for any one roll equals 7, you win the corresponding prize. You could also win double or 5 times the prize, up to $50,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
A rookie stunt driver. Again. Will prove he's got what it takes in this year's most exciting Nissan sales event.
Get 1.9% financing for 60 months on the 2023 Nissan Rogue.
Act fast. These President's Day offers end soon.
Bucks at Timberwolves, February 23rd on WISC TV 3.
Tonight on The Late Show.
2, 3.
Colbert's got John Krasinski, Ryan Gosling, and Jon Stewart. Tonight on CBS.
Now, before we go, a rescued marmoset. That's Estrella, enjoying plenty of chin scratches at her home. This is in the Oakland Zoo, and this video shared to X earlier today. It shows Estrella just leaning her head back to accept chin scratches from a small toothbrush. The zoo says as primates, marmosets spend a big part of their lives grooming themselves. And just like humans, they can get very relaxed or even simply just fall asleep. Very relaxing for the marmoset. Alex is back as we take one closer look, and it looks like Saturday, deal with the chill, and then we're going to start heading up into the warm weather again.
Perfect forecast. You can click the buttons here actually and show folks that weather, winter weather, like you said, for a day. 31 degrees. That's what we're going to do. That's normal for this time of year. Then we go right into spring-like temperatures again, 50s. By the time we get to Wednesday, I can guarantee you there are going to be folks in Madison wearing shorts on Wednesday. Then as we cool down, as we head towards Friday, 37, that's it. Then we're back up to 50 degrees again by the following Monday. Going beyond that, we may be looking at temperatures in the 50s and a wet period with thunderstorms potentially that following week.
All right. Well, Alex, thank you. And thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10, folks. We hope you have a great weekend.